Well, hello there, my friend. I'm so glad you're here today. Tell me, have you ever caught yourself thinking, is this what getting older is supposed to feel like? Maybe you wake up feeling a bit stiffer than you used to, or that afternoon slump hits harder these days. Perhaps you've even wondered how many good years you've got left. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know something important right now. Adding vibrant, healthy years to your life isn't about drastic changes. In fact, it's the small, simple things you do every single day that quietly tip the scales in your favor. That's exactly what we're diving into today. I'm going to share 5 surprisingly simple habits that research shows can literally add years to your life. And more importantly, add life to your years. These aren't complicated diets or exhausting workouts. They're gentle, practical things you can start today, no matter your energy level or mobility. We'll cover the first 2 right now, and trust me, you're going to love how doable they are. Leans and slightly conversational. Now, let's talk about something we often underestimate: movement. Not running marathons or lifting heavy weights, just gentle, consistent motion. Because here's the truth. Your body is designed to move, and when you stop moving regularly, everything from your joints to your circulation starts slowing down. But when you keep that gentle momentum going, magic happens. I want you to meet my friend Martha. She's 78, and last year, she told me, I feel like I'm shrinking into my recliner. So we started simple. Every morning after her tea, she'd stand at her kitchen counter and do just 2 minutes of marching in place while holding the edge. Just 2 minutes. Within a week, she added arm circles. Within a month, she was doing 10 minutes while watching the morning news. Fast forward to today, she's joined a senior walking group at the mall 3 times a week. But here's what's incredible. Her arthritis pain lessened, her blood pressure improved, and her doctor took her off 1 medication. All because she committed to moving just a little every single day. Your version of this might look different. Maybe it's parking farther from the grocery store entrance. Maybe it's standing up during TV commercials and doing knee lifts. Or maybe it's rediscovering the joy of gardening, bending, stretching, nurturing life. The key isn't intensity, it's consistency. Aim for just 15 minutes total throughout your day. Break it into tiny chunks. 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there. Your joints will thank you. Your heart will thank you. And you'll feel that beautiful sense of, I'm still capable, blooming inside you again. Transition smoothly, voice encouraging. Now, let's talk about your very next meal. Because habit number 2 is all about eating the rainbow. And no, I don't mean those colorful candies. Chuckle softly. I'm talking about filling your plate with nature's most vibrant foods. Deep purple berries, bright orange sweet potatoes, dark leafy greens, ruby red peppers. Why? Because these colors represent powerful nutrients called phytonutrients, tiny warriors that fight inflammation, repair cells, and literally slow aging at the molecular level. Think of it like this. Every brightly colored fruit or vegetable is a little longevity bomb. Take George, who's 82. He told me he ate the same safe foods every day. Oatmeal, chicken, potatoes. Predictable, yes, but also beige. So we made one change. He started adding one colorful hero to every meal. Breakfast, handful of blueberries in his oatmeal. Lunch, sliced red peppers with his sandwich. Dinner, spinach sautéed with garlic. In just 6 weeks, his chronic constipation vanished. No more laxatives. His skin looked brighter, and he told me, I swear my eyesight feels sharper. You don't need complicated recipes. Start simple. Breakfast, stir frozen berries into yogurt or oatmeal. Lunch, add shredded carrots or purple cabbage to sandwiches or soups. Dinner, keep frozen mixed veggies like peppers, broccoli, and carrots to toss into sauces or rice. And here's a secret. Frozen is just as good as fresh. It's affordable, lasts longer, and preserves those precious nutrients. Aim for 3 different colors per meal. When you look down at your plate and see a burst of reds, greens, and purples, that's your body smiling back at you. Music swells slightly, then softens. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But what about the other habits? We're going to explore those next, including one of my favorites that costs nothing, but can transform your mood and health in minutes. These first two, gentle movement and eating the rainbow, are your powerful foundation. Try them today. Stand up and march for one song on the radio. Add a handful of spinach to your soup. Small steps, my friend. Small steps lead to long, vibrant roads. So let's pause here. In the next part, we'll keep building your longevity toolkit with 2 more simple, joyful habits. Until then, why not share in the comments? What's one colorful food you'll add to your next meal? I'd love to hear from you. Remember, every beautiful year you add starts with choices like these. Take good care, and I'll see you soon. Welcome back, my friend. I hope you've been experimenting with those first 2 habits, maybe even marching in place while waiting for the kettle, or tossing some bright berries into your oatmeal. Winks. Now, let's talk about something just as powerful but often overlooked, the magic of connection. You know, I had a letter from a viewer named George last week. Yes, the same George who started eating the rainbow. He wrote, "I added the veggies, I do my marches, but some days, the house feels so quiet. Is that just part of getting older?" Oh, how that tugged at my heart. Because here's the truth. Loneliness isn't just a feeling, it's a health risk. Research shows chronic loneliness can be as damaging as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. But the flip side, meaningful connections can add years to your life. And I don't just mean big family gatherings. I'm talking about tiny, intentional moments that remind you, I belong. So let's dive into habit number 3. Reach out to one person every single day. Not a text, not an email, your voice. Why? Because hearing someone's laugh, or the pause before they answer, or the warmth in their hello, that's soul medicine. It lowers stress hormones, boosts immunity, and even sharpens your mind. Now, maybe you're thinking, but my friends are far away, or I don't want to bother anyone. Here's the beautiful secret. Connection doesn't need to be long or deep. It just needs to be real. Try this. Call a neighbor just to say, "I saw your roses blooming. They made me smile." Chat with the cashier at the grocery store. "How's your day going?" You'd be amazed how starved they are for kindness too. Join a free online book club. Libraries host them. Just listen with your camera off until you feel comfortable. Take Jean, 84, who told me she felt invisible. She started calling her grandson every Tuesday on his drive home from work. Just 8 minutes while he sat in traffic. At first, she worried she was interrupting. Then he told her, "Grandma, Tuesdays are my favorite part of the week." Those little talks gave them both something to look forward to, and Jean's doctor noticed her blood pressure improved. Voice softens, more intimate. But what about days when you can't reach out, or when you crave peace? That brings us to habit 4. Protect your stillness. Wait, doesn't that contradict connection? Not at all. Think of it like breathing. You need both in and out. Intentional quiet is where your body repairs, your mind unwinds, and your spirit refuels. And as we age, this becomes non-negotiable. I'm not talking about hours of meditation, unless you love that. I mean 10 minutes of pure you time. Guilt-free. No news, no chores, no scrolling. Just you and well you. Here's how to make it sacred. Morning pause. Sit with your tea by a window. Notice the light. Breathe. Afternoon reset. Lie down. Place a warm towel over your eyes and listen to soft music. Evening unwind. Write one sentence in a journal. Today, I'm grateful for. My neighbor Walt, 79, calls this his daily pit stop. He sits in his garage workshop, no tinkering allowed, just watching birds at the feeder. He says those 10 minutes make him feel reset, like he's given his nervous system a warm hug. And science backs this. Daily stillness lowers inflammation, improves sleep, and even helps regulate blood sugar. Leans in, Ernest. Now, I know stillness can feel uncomfortable at first. Your mind might race. I should be doing laundry. Gently guide it back. This isn't laziness, it's longevity maintenance. Your cells are repairing. Your stress hormones are receding. You're telling your body, you matter. So where do we go from here? You've got movement, colorful food, connection, and stillness. 4 powerful daily tools. But there's one more habit that ties them all together, and it's simpler than you think. In the next part, we'll explore how this final practice can turn these habits into a joyful rhythm that feels less like work and more like living. Until then, I'd love to hear. Who's one person you'll reach out to today? Share in the comments. Your words might inspire someone else feeling alone. Remember, my friend, every connection you make, every quiet breath you take, you're not just passing time. You're building a life worth living longer. I'll see you soon. So here we are, my friend, ready to weave together everything we've talked about into one final, beautiful habit. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever woken up and thought, what's this all for today? Maybe since retirement or after the kids moved away. Some days can feel the drift, like the wind's gone out of your sails. If that resonates, you're not alone. And that brings us to the fifth habit, the golden thread that ties all the others together. Find your spark of purpose every single day. Now, purpose isn't about changing the world or starting a grand project. Though if you want to, more power to you. It's about that quiet, inner whisper. This matters to me. It could be tending your tomato plants, writing a note to a grandchild, learning a new word in Spanish, or even organizing that kitchen drawer that's been nagging at you. Why does this simple act add years? Science shows that seniors who feel a sense of purpose have stronger immune systems, sharper minds, and even longer telomeres. Those little protective caps on your DNA that slow aging. It tells your body and soul, you're still needed. Your story isn't over. Think about my friend Barbara, who's 76. She told me, after Frank passed, my days just blurred together. Then her granddaughter asked her to teach her how to knit. Just 15 minutes a day, over video call. Barbara said, at first I thought, what's the point? Then I saw her little face light up when she finished her first crooked scarf, and I remembered how my own grandma taught me. That tiny connection became her anchor, her spark. She started knitting tiny hats for preemies at the local hospital. Now she laughs. I wake up wondering what color yarn I'll use today. It's silly, but it makes me feel alive again. Your spark doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be yours. Here's how to find it. Ask yourself one question each morning. What's one small thing I can do or notice today that will feel meaningful? Maybe it's watching the sunrise with your coffee, really tasting it. Maybe it's calling a friend who's having a hard time, or finally planting those daisy seeds in a pot by the door. Celebrate tiny victories. Did you finish a crossword? Did you make someone smile? Did you choose the colorful salad over the beige sandwich? Honor that. Whisper, good for me. Let it evolve. Your purpose today might be rest. Tomorrow, it might be tackling a puzzle. Next week, volunteering an hour at the animal shelter. It's not about achievement, it's about intention. Gentle shift in tone, more reflective. Now, look at how beautifully these 5 habits dance together. Your gentle movement keeps your body strong and fluid, ready for whatever sparks joy. Eating the rainbow fuels your energy and brain, so you can pursue what matters. Connecting daily reminds you you're not alone. Purpose often blooms in shared moments. Protecting stillness gives you clarity, so you can hear your own inner voice whispering, try this. And finding your spark, that's the heartbeat of it all. It turns routines into rituals, days into gifts. Leans in, voice full of quiet conviction. This isn't about chasing an extra decade on a calendar. It's about filling whatever time you have, whether it's 5 years or 30, with vibrancy, connection, and quiet joy. It's about waking up and thinking, I have something to look forward to today, even if it's small. That feeling, that's the true secret to longevity. So start small, my dear friend. Pick one of these habits today. March for one song. Add blueberries to your cereal. Call your old neighbor just to say, thinking of you. Sit quietly for 5 minutes and just breathe. Or choose one tiny thing that makes you feel, this is mine. Music swells gently, uplifting but not overpowering. You, warm, sincere, with a smile. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd give this video a thumbs up. It helps others find our community. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe and that little bell. because every week we explore simple, powerful ways to thrive after 60. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these 5 habits speaks to you most right now? Or what's your spark? Sharing your journey might just light the way for someone else feeling a little lost. Remember, you are not just adding years to your life. With these simple, daily choices, you're adding life to your years. Purpose, connection, vitality, and peace. That's the greatest gift you can give yourself. Here's to your health, your joy, and the beautiful, unfolding story of you. Take good care, my friend. I'll see you in the next video.